Hey beautiful people, I'm back again. I'm back to grace your screens again. And I hope you're doing fine. We're in the year 2024. Everybody keeps talking about goals, but it is one thing to just talk, it's another thing to execute. So I hope you actually do. I hope you actually put in the work. I hope you actually execute and not just write in your journal, right? I mean, everybody can take a pen and just get a journal somewhere and write their goals, but people who execute, people who actually put in the work are the people that make the difference. So 2024, no grief for yourself, no grief for that your mind that is telling you to procrastinate, that your mind that is telling you to let's just take it slow. Yeah, you can take it slow, but make sure in the process of taking it slow, you are not just, you're not doing I don't know how to put it, but I hope you get my point, basically. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about something very important, and I pray that I, say it in a way that will bless you, in a way that will make you understand and see reasons why you have to make certain decisions. So let's get into it. So right from inception, I strongly feel and believe that God had an intention of not wanting man to be alone, right? God had an intention of creating people to relate with one another. His sole intention was to ensure that man, in the process of getting to certain heights, will have to relate with certain people, in order to achieve what he has set his hand upon to do. So basically, God, when God created Adam, right, God saw that it wasn't good for Adam to be alone, so he created a woman out of Adam's rib. So I feel like that was the first story of interaction with another person, having a friend, so to say, because in this video, sometimes I'm thinking I want to talk about love. I'm an Iloboski. I didn't talk about love. I'm just joking. So basically, I'm going to be talking about friends. Friends, who are your friends? Who are your friends? You see, I strongly believe that friends have a great role to play in our success in life. They have a great role to play. Imagine, let me give you an example. Imagine you bringing up an idea to a so-called friend that you say you have. You'll be like, oh, let me use a name. Maybe you say, oh, Titi. So this is an idea that I just dropped in my mind, and I feel like it's really going to be so great. I feel like it's really going to be out there, and I don't just know, there's just this burden in my heart to just let it bless lives. And then that friend that you speak to just like, is it this one? This. It will bless lives now. But I feel like it's not what is needed for now. I don't know if you get my point. At that point in time, you want a friend that will pour into you, a friend that will pray with you, a friend that will pray over you, a friend that will not discourage you, a friend that will not pull you down, a friend that will not, make you feel less of yourself. So that is where the issue of friends come in. Friends that will push you to do what you ought to do. Friends that will say, see girl, you are not doing what you are meant to do. Rise up to your beauty. Rise up to what you have been called to do. Rise up and stop being lazy. Do not procrastinate, guy. You have this in you. Let it out. Right? You want to have friends like that. So I find it so appalling when the first type of friends you have are just ride or die, my guy for life. We have different slangs we give our friends, but then when it comes to salient issues of life, will those friends be there for you? I mean, I'm so grateful to God for the friends that He has placed in my life. I have friends that when I'm going through stuff, I know I can take my phone, chat them up, and be like, see, I really don't know what to do anymore about this situation. I'm just confused. What do you think I should do? I have friends that can pray for me. I have friends that can pray with me. I have friends that can pray over me. I have friends that can just speak life into me. I have friends that just have the right words for that particular time of my life where I'm going through stuff. Those are friends that I really wish you watching this video will have. So I feel like 2024 is a year where you have to be so intentional about your circle. You don't just let anybody into your circle. You have to be intentional about who you call friend, about who you call bestie, about who you call my ride or die, right? You have to be so intentional. That's why I really like the Bible. The Bible gives us examples of friends, and the one that strikes, that stands out for me rather, David and Jonathan. I was going through the net and I saw here that Jonathan became one in spirit with David, and he loved him as himself. Imagine somebody loving you like they would love themselves. Just imagine. Jonathan loved David so much that he was able to save David, right? He was able to go great lengths to protect David from his father Saul, and David looked after Jonathan's children long after he was dead. So Jonathan was not just a friend when everything was going okay, when everything was rosy. Jonathan was there when everything was rosy. He was also there when everything was not rosy. See, these are the type of friends that we want to deal with. These are the type of friends that we want to roll with. Friends that will say, oh, I will be there for you regardless. There's this song that Johnny Joe sang. I know sometimes it be like say nobody send you. That's when a lie I did for you, my friend. I feel like some people just sing it for singing's sake. But if you sit down very well and listen to that song, if you sit down well and listen to that song, right, you will know that it is deep. Let me go to a particular lyrics rather. It says, oh Remy Atata, you always stay in my mind. Pardon me, go. I cherish you with my life. Do you know what it means when you say you cherish somebody with your life? Like this life that God has given you, cherish the person with your life. So basically, I just said that to make it clear that that song is more than what you think. If you are singing that song to a friend that you love, you have to mean it when it comes to acting stuff out, when it comes to showing up for that person. So I just really pray that God will send beautiful friends your way. God will bless you with friends that are so intentional about your progress, friends that will not pull you down, friends that will not tear you, that will not just make you feel terrible about certain dreams that you have. Something came to my mind and I'm trying to remember. I'm really trying to remember. Yes, another Bible story that stands out for me is the story of Daniel. Daniel had Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego as friends, right? And the Bible made it clear in a particular verse, said they purposed in their hearts not to defile themselves with a portion of the king's meat. Okay. See, these were a group of friends that were so determined. They were resolute about not giving into anything. They were so English. They made up their mind that they would not do anything that would dishonor God, anything that would bring the name of God into disrepute. They made up their mind that they will stand their ground regardless of what people will say about them. They made up their mind that they will stand as one, as brothers that will glorify the name of Abba. My God, look at that particular part where the king wanted to throw them into the furnace of fire, right? And they did not bow. They did not bow. They didn't move a limb. And they were going to be thrown into the lake of fire. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Imagine such bravery on their parts. I mean, it's time we make sure that we have friends that God of mercy, friends that we will, I don't know how to say it. It's so strong in my heart that I lack the words. But I just pray that God will bless us with friends that will stand for God, friends that will spur, that will ginger us. Yes, I can't find the right English word, but friends that will ginger us to do what we have been called to do part time for God, and friends that will make us honor God with everything that we have in everything that we do. I mean, those guys were a force. They were a force. They were examples worth emulating. See, like I said, it's one thing to have a friend that is your ride or die. It's one thing to have a bestie. It's one thing to have, but it's one thing to have a quality friend. A friend that will pray with you when you are in need. A friend that will... Hi. I just pray that God really help us, right? I really pray that God will help us. So guys, if there is anything that you should take from this video, is that you should be very intentional about who you call your friend. you'd also be very intentional about who you allow into your circle of friends. Not everybody is meant to be in your circle. Hard truth, but the truth is going to be said. Not everybody is supposed to be in your circle of friends. Some people are meant to be your colleague. Some people are meant to be your acquaintances. Some people are meant to be your just somebody I know. So I just pray that God will guide you into choosing the right friends. God will bring the right friends your way. I feel like that is even the most, that is sweet as if God bringing the right person your way, your friend, bringing the friend your way. And I pray that God just help you in 2024 to make the right decisions. He will hold your hand as you journey through, this new year. We're now in the new year. Pray that God will help us all.